Hello everyone, yes, we're back again. I'm so excited, so excited. Yes, WTF1 have done their second Twitch stream. Yes, oh god. Oh, let's have a look at it. Let's have a look at it. Oh my god, here we go. And bloody hell, what the fuck is that? Jesus. What the hell kind of wallpaper is that, Syrian? I'll tell you what, you want to give that back to the 70s because they must be missing that by now. Who the fuck wallpapers their kitchen with that shit? Oh my god. Oh my god. And I'd just like to say, yes, nice chest hair, Syrian. Nice chest hair. That'll get the ladies wet. Oh yes, that'll get the ladies wet. So he's broadcasting from his kitchen. His kitchen, yeah. So this is the new ex-Matty G Rage kitchen, I presume. Well done, sir. Well done for copying. Well done indeed. But I'd like to take issue on the fact that it is -3 in the UK right now. -3. Look at me. Look. I've got a jumper on and a jumper underneath this jumper. Look, a jumper underneath this jumper. And I've got another jumper underneath this jumper and another jumper underneath that fucking jumper. And old Syrian, he don't care. He's sitting there with just a shirt on. How much fucking fossil fuel is he burning to fucking do this show? How much, Syrian? How much? You know there are people out there who can't even afford to put their fucking heating on and you're sitting there in just your shirt because, oh, it's okay. I've been on WTF1 for a week now so I don't give a fuck. I'm just beautiful, me, and I'll do what I fucking well like. Yes, I'll just sit here with the heating on full blast with just my shirt on. Yes, that's what I'll do because I don't give two fucks. Well done, sir. Well done. And what the fuck is going on with the Lance Stroll poster once again? Please. Unbelievable. Now, I see they've changed the hotto meter to strongly disagree and strongly agree from spicy from last week. Did someone watch my video? No, stop it now. Stop it. Fucking hell. Now, I can't say anything bad about Andre except that he has moved the position of his camera slightly, so we can only see half of the IKEA shelving units now. Yes. Well done. Well done, Andre. Well done indeed. Yes, we can only see half of them. And we can see a sneaky little look at the PS5. Yes, just to say, look, I've got a PS5. Don't you know. Now, anyway, I can't tell you about what they were talking about because what they were talking about was utter honk. Yes, utter honk. I've never heard so much crap in all my life. Absolutely unbelievable, in fact. Wowzers. And this Syrian bloke, I'm beginning to like him more and more every day. Basically because he's a complete and utter twat. Yes, a complete and utter twat. Now, he was going on, yes, about maybe in 3 years' time, maybe Huss can sort of suddenly find something that the other teams haven't found and could be way up there at the front of the grid and winning races and be as good as the Red Bull. Well, clearly, Syrian, to be a Lance Stroll fan, you have to be deluded because that is never going to happen. There's never going to be a Huss at the front of the grid, is there? Now, come on. Formula One is all about consistency and it's about development and it's all about breeding to be a championship winning car, and it takes years and years and years, and I'm sorry, it's never going to happen with Huss. Everyone can quote me on this. Huss is never going to produce a winning car ever. End of. And then, of course, what does he do? He plays the Brawn card. Yes, the Brawn card about, oh, well, look, it happened with Brawn. Let's just put that to bed, shall we? Because I keep hearing this and it's starting to piss me off now. It's starting to piss me off. The way people sort of remember it, it's like, oh, Brawn, they sort of, like Minardi. They were sort of a Minardi team and they magically, like a butterfly, morphed into the 2009 Brawn and beat everyone and it was brilliant and that's all I can remember. That's not how it happened at all. Okay, it was Honda and Honda was BAR, but unfortunately in those last couple of years before 2009, like 2007 and 2008, they were going through quite a few problems. But we have to remember that they had development there from their days at BAR. It was there. Don't forget when they started in 1999 under the stewardship of Craig Pollock, or Craig Pillock as I used to call him, because he said that, oh yes, for the first race of the 1999 season, they would win. They would win. Of course, it was complete and utter bullshit. They didn't win. I think they came about, I don't know, halfway down the field or something like that. Anyway, But they didn't win, and it was all bullshit. But that BAR car was nowhere near as bad as people made out. And towards sort of the glory days of BAR, it was a serious contender. Don't forget, of course, Jenson Button won in that BAR car. He won a race in the BAR car. So it really wasn't that bad. And they were really strong midfielders, sort of about 3 or 4 seasons into their championship campaigning. And they really weren't doing that bad. So it was a fairly decent car, which unfortunately fell on hard times. We sort of got into a Williams situation where it changed to just being a Honda and they had no sponsors on the car. So they were going through a bad patch. But still, fundamentally, they had the tools and the resources there left over from BAR. So it was actually a BAR that morphed into a Brawn, not a Honda, really. Because Honda only had it for, they took it over for a couple of years and then it went into Brawn. So, the fundamental tools were left over from BAR, and that's what morphed it into this wonderful Brawn, But let's not get too rose-tinted on that either, because yes, it was a great car. Out of the box, it was unbeatable. In fact, 2 seconds a lap faster than pretty much any other car on the circuit. Yes, I admit that. But that was only because of the double diffuser. That was the only reason that car was so good, because all the other teams, including, I have to say, Adrian Newey, hadn't caught up with the double diffuser situation. But when they did, they were actually catching up to Brawn, and towards the end of the season, they were actually overtaking Brawn. Yes, Brawn was not a powerful force that it was at the start of the season, and they started to overtake. And in fact, Jenson Button, even though he still won the championship, he had a very hard job towards the end, mostly caused by Kamui Kobayashi, of course, but he had a very hard job to win that championship because, as I say, the other teams had caught up with this double diffuser situation. So basically, it was something in the regulations that, that they'd come up with that nobody else had thought of, the double diffuser, and that is what made that Brawn such a great car indeed. Now, that is a one-off, okay? I don't foresee that happening in Formula One for maybe another 100 years. I can't see that certain situation, because so many parameters would have to come together again for that to happen that I just can't see it. And the way they do the regulations now, I mean, that was a huge regulation change for 2009. Just look at the shape of the car in 2009 compared to 2008. It was just a huge regulation change. And these days, they're not really, I mean, the changes from 2021 to 2022, even though the cars look different, are they really that much different? Apart from the ground effect, of course, for the cars. But really, are they that much different? No, not really. And I think in years to come as well, the fundamental design of these cars is basically going to be much off the 2022 design now. I can't see them making any more radical changes for possibly another 8 or 9 years, and then maybe they'll get fed up and do something completely different, or maybe they'll do a different kind of design for the 2026 season when these new engine regulation changes come in as well. But I seriously can't see it. I'm really looking at like 10 years from now, maybe when it's 2030, and then of course we've got all the bans on the carbon emissions, so that's going to affect Formula One very, very badly indeed, and we've got to find out what's going to happen with that. Is it going to go fully electric, or are they going to find ways around all these carbon emissions? I don't know. But for Formula One, it's going to be very testing times. Now, of course, one thing that's got for me is the fact that Sky have renewed their live coverage of F1 until 2029, not 2030, which is the first year when these new emissions are supposed to be coming as net zero or whatever it is. That's very, very... That tells me something. That they weren't willing to commit for 2030 because they weren't sure what was going to happen. In fact, nobody is sure what's going to happen. It's only 2022 now, so we've got another, 8 years to go. So nobody's going to know. But Sky have sort of thought about it and thought, no, we'll do it to 2029 because there may not be Formula One in 2030. I think that's rather unlikely, but it could happen. It could happen. So there you go. So that's what they were talking about. Utter honk, as usual. And this bloke, he deserves a medal because clearly being a Lance Stroll fan has gone to his head. It clearly has. There's something not quite right in his head there. No, all his wires are not quite crossed correctly, because he was just. I mean, look at that. Look at just. I mean, that's just so sad, isn't it? Just so sad. Anyway, moving on to WTF1, as I was saying in the last video about the quality. No, they're still doing it in that. Well, one's in his kitchen and one's in his bedroom. Yeah. Where's the studio? I mean, I know Matty and Tommy were doing it in their sort of respective houses, but basically that's because of COVID, and they couldn't be bothered to get the studio up and running again, because they did start in a studio, as I said in the last video. So yeah, so they basically just thought, oh, laziness, we won't bother getting the studio. We'll just do it in our bedrooms or in our kitchens. Yes, why not? Because, you know, we're only a channel with 1 million subscribers, so why should we need to bother? We'll just churn out any old tat that we can get away with, and it will still get the viewers in, so why not? But all I'm saying is, that's not correct. Get yourself a proper studio, lads. Get yourself some proper studio microphones. I mean, look, this is the shit you buy from Argos and Currys and Amazon, innit? I mean, like what I've got right here, okay? It ain't nothing special, is it? For a 1 million sub channel, you need to sort that out. Come on. Fuck's sake. Get some decent backgrounds, you know. Have you ever heard of a green screen, for fuck's sake? I know my background's crap. I've got a bear on top of my head and a fucking calendar from 2018. I know that. I know. But you know what my budget for my channel is? Budget fuck all. Yeah, budget fuck all. 0. Okay? 1,500 subs against your 1 million. I mean, just look at you. It's just unbelievable. And for fuck's sake, try and talk about something interesting and not this shit. Please. I'm going to nod off. I'm going to nod off. Anyway, there you go. Andre Harrison. Great work. Syrian Hines. Fuck knows what planet you're on, son. Fuck knows. I'm sure he's in the Matrix, you know. Perhaps he's an Andrew Tate supporter. I don't know. Perhaps he is, but he's definitely not fully with us. And for fuck's sake, next time you come on the show, put a fucking jumper on. Look, at least Andre's made an effort. He's sort of got it's a sort of thickish shirt on, a little bit thicker. So I'll give him a few points for that. But you, mate, with your summer fucking shirt on in -3C, that is disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. Yes. And he should be given a lot of hate for turning up, burning all them fossil fuels. He'll probably go, oh, I've got a heat pump down to there. I've got a heat pump. That's what I've got, a heat pump. Yes, oh, fuck off with your heat pump. Fucking hell, he ain't got no fucking heat pump. He's got the fucking central heating turned on to 25. That's what he's got. Fucking hell, he's probably got that fucking oven on full as well in the background just to keep him warm. Look, you can see his oven there. Look, it's his fucking oven. Fucking WTF1 in the kitchen. What the fucking hell is going on with this channel? Fuck's sake. Anyway, that was my review once again of WTF1. Hope you enjoyed it. Nice pillow, Syrian. Yeah, nice pillow. Just looking at the comments. Yeah. The goats. Yeah. Audio is good. Oh, that's good. Better than the last one. Anyway, thanks so much for watching, everyone. Tell me what you think in the comments, but more importantly than that, I want you to put in hashtag something about Syrian Hines, because that's not on. Hashtag put a jumper on. There you go. Put it in the comments. Hashtag put a jumper on, because I'm just very upset that he would sit there and burn all those fossil fuels. And don't tell me, oh, I was sitting there with no heating on, with just a shirt on, because that's bollocks. Absolute bollocks. Don't believe a word of it, mate. Don't believe a word of it. Put your fucking jumper on before you come up next time. You're trying to endure yourself to the public, the fans, the 1 million subscribers out there, and what do? Turn up with a fucking shirt on in -3C. Because it's like, I don't give a fuck. Anyway, I'm ranting and my head's going to explode in a minute, so I better stop. Thanks so much for watching, everyone. You have been awesome as always. And as always, I'll catch you in the next video. Fuck me, I need to lie down now. Fucking hell. Fucking sake.